people move abroad for different reasons. Some people see it as a stepping stone into their dream countries. Others move with the intention of settling down, building a life, raising a family, and calling that country home. So, after 4 years of practicing as a nurse in Ireland, am I staying or leaving? What has changed over the years? What growth have I seen in myself as a nurse, as a woman, and as a person? What would make me stay and what could make me leave? And most importantly, what is God's plan for my life moving forward? Stay tuned, because in this video, I'm sharing my honest reflection after nearly 4 years in Ireland as a nurse. And this question was actually from one of my favorite subscribers. So thank you and stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nesmo. So when I first moved to Ireland, everything was new system, new environment, new culture. At the time, I honestly didn't know what the future would look like, just like any other person who has just moved into a new country. I think many immigrants can relate to that feeling. You come with hopes, plans, and dreams, but life abroad can change you in ways you never expect. Like me actually recording a video now, I never expected. I know I've already shared this, or even going into content creation was never a thing or even a dream. Looking more into who I was before I actually moved in, when I first came to Ireland, I honestly didn't know exactly what life would become. Like many immigrants, I came with dreams, excitement, fear, expectations. Everything was new. The health system, the weather, the culture, even simple daily life. I think one thing people don't realize is that moving abroad changes you mentally. Yes. You become more independent. You learn to survive outside your comfort zone. Over time, you start discovering strengths you never knew you had. So let's talk about my growth as a nurse. Being a nurse in Ghana and then moving into Ireland to be a nurse for nearly 4 years. One area where I've seen tremendous growth over the last 4 years is professionally as a nurse. When I first started practicing in Ireland, everything felt very different from what I was used to. The health system, documentation style, communication, patient expectation, even how teams work together. It took time to adjust. But looking back now, I can honestly say that the experience has shaped me in so many ways. I have grown in confidence, I've grown in clinical knowledge, and I've also grown emotionally as a healthcare professional. One thing I really appreciate about nursing in Ireland is the emphasis on patient-centered care. Yes, you are encouraged to advocate for patients, communicate openly, work collaboratively with the multidisciplinary team. So over time, I became more confident speaking up, making decisions, and contributing professionally. Another thing that actually helped me grow was exposure. Working in different situations and caring for people from diverse backgrounds teaches you a lot, not just clinically, but personally too. You learn patience, you learn empathy on deeper levels, you learn how to stay calm under pressure. Yes, you do. Like, I know what I'm saying, I actually related back home, but this is about growth. You do things with more confidence, is I'll say. And nursing abroad teaches resilience. So yes, there are days that you are tired physically and mentally, but you still have to show up and provide quality care. That discipline changes you. I also learned the importance of continuous care. Healthcare is always evolving, okay? And practicing here encouraged me to improve upon myself constantly, like through trainings, policies, best practices, evidence-based care, even communication. Professionally improved a lot for me over the years. Whether it is documentation, handing over, speaking with families, working with doctors, and colleagues, I'll say I became more confident, expressing myself professionally. And honestly, nursing abroad helped me discover strength that I didn't know of. Like sometimes when you leave your comfort zone, you realize how capable you truly are. Another thing that changed me was learning balance. At first, many immigrants focus on only working hard, but over time, I realized that being a good nurse also means taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally, because burnout is real in the healthcare. I actually learned like better time management, setting boundaries, prioritizing rest when needed. I think that growth is just as important as your clinical skills. Another thing that changed over the years is my mindset financially. Living abroad teaches you responsibility very quickly. You learn budgeting, planning, managing bills. Thinking long term, I also realized that success abroad is not just about making money. It's more about building stability, peace, and also a meaningful life. So personally, I have also grown emotionally. I've become more intentional with relationships, with time, and also priorities. So looking at who I was when I first arrived versus now, I can truly say that Ireland helped shape me into a stronger, wiser, more confident nurse, but you still have to show up and provide quality care. Now let's talk about family life and building home. As life changes, your priorities also change. At some point, it stopped just being about relocation and starts becoming about family, stability, quality of life. One thing I appreciate about Ireland is that it can be very family friendly. There is a structure, safety, opportunities to build a peaceful life. And honestly, when you start building memories somewhere, it slowly begins to feel like home. So what would make me want to stay in Ireland? Honestly, the first thing is like the stability, career opportunities, safety, work-life balance. I also appreciate the growth I've actually experienced here, and over time you build connections, routine, a life that becomes comfortable. And another thing is a peace of mind. Sometimes peace is more valuable than anything. I know now we've had like some issues coming up with anti-immigrants and all of that, but like genuinely, I'll say the peace of mind is really there. Let's look at what could actually make me leave. But at the same time, there are things that make you reflect deeply. Sometimes missing home, missing family, missing the food. Yeah, very important. The weather, like the cost of living. Wanting a new experience can make you question your next chapter. And I think that that's normal. Life evolves and sometimes your dreams evolves too. So I've learned not to put too much pressure on having every answer immediately. Now I'd like to talk about the fact that I'm actually trusting God with the journey at this point. One thing I've truly learned in all of this is that you can make plans, but ultimately God directs your path. So if you know that as a Christian, then everything becomes easy for you. So instead of stressing too much about will I stay forever, will I leave, I'm learning to focus on purpose, peace, and growth. Because sometimes God keeps you somewhere for a reason, and sometimes He moves you for a reason too. Okay, there are times that I was like, God actually brought me here for a reason, and there is no doubt about that. After 4 years in Ireland, am I staying or am I leaving? Honestly, I'm still allowing life, growth, and God direction to guide that answer. But one thing I can say is Ireland has changed me in many ways. I'm grateful for the journey so far. If you are leaving and I brought you, let me know in the comment section. Do you see yourself staying long term where you are? And if this video actually encouraged you, don't forget to like, share, and also leave a comment. Thank you all so much for always coming through and always watching my videos, encouraging me with your likes and also your comments. See you all soon on my next video. Bye.